This is probably the longest one. This is a telling of the same incident from two perspectives. It's called chemically induced. The first one. I don't know why this happened. Maybe life was supposed to take me by the whiskers and shake me out a bit, remind me that I have a limited time on earth. But damn, this process, what a fucking reminder. Okay, I get it. I don't want to go there ever again. I remember when I was a little boy, I ran away from home. I didn't want to be beholden to my parents, to their authority and dominion over my life. I walked about 5 miles and reached a major intersection before realizing I had no place to go, no way to take care of myself, and that I actually needed them. I hated that realization. More than that, I hated that I had to go back home, head down in defeat, anger, and embarrassment, apologize, and ask them to let me come home. I was 5. My mother never spoke of that episode until much, much later, and then only to joke about how her 5-year-old son wanted to live on his own. She found such humor in that, which of course I didn't appreciate. To this day, I have no idea what my father thought. I never liked feeling like someone else was in control of my life, but now it's not someone, it's something. And like what happened when I was 5, I accept that sometimes we have to buck up and do things we don't want to do in order to survive. This time, it wasn't a decision I actively made, and I didn't so much want to run away as much as I wanted to disappear, give up, fade away. Everything was fine. All was progressing nicely. In this process, it was the 6th day, and I'd been told to look out for unnatural occurrences no later than the 5th day, but nothing happened. Sunday morning of the 6th day was normal. Around 11 a.m., a tiny butterfly appeared in my stomach, and just like that, I went down. Now, I wasn't gone, I went down. There was a difference. I was somehow aware that something was happening to me, but I did not know what. The tiny butterfly multiplied into a swarm that shredded my guts, then chucked me into a hydraulic press. I floated helplessly above my body, my skin stretching, trying to hold my insides in as the swarm continued to multiply. I wanted to yell out, "What the hell are you doing to me?" But to who? There was no authority figure here. I struggled to control the swarm, struggled to right myself up and reconstitute my body. But my guts, they kept moving about without form, without structure, without purpose. Suddenly I saw the butterflies as they came back together and took on the form of actors on a stage. Actors? Each time an actor spoke, my skin would stretch in that direction. Each word became a pulley, and suddenly a Greek chorus appeared, flaying my body and ignoring me as they declared my tragic circumstances. I sat up, wanting to pull my skin back, feeling naked and vulnerable. The chorus came forth, looked at me with pity and disgust, then announced that I was weak. I wasn't ready for the rest of the play. My skin was not strong enough to contain my soul. I could feel a disturbance within the chorus as the human forms returned to butterflies, their wings becoming the wings of Isis. Just as suddenly she came forth, breathing life into me, willing me to fight, giving me strength and hope and love, making me whole again, and reminding me of the life that I could reclaim. Second part, the skins of a wife. You are my sweetheart. I don't want you to ever forget that, I whispered to him. And like that, he was gone. Gone into some nether world where I couldn't reach him. He couldn't hear me. At least I don't think he could. It was the loneliest I've ever felt. Up until then, There were tons of people coming and going, visiting, laughing, telling silly stories, but then it was just me in the room with him, his body, and he was gone. After several lonely days, he started stirring, making noises that I couldn't understand. And then he just shot straight up into a sitting position and pointed at the wall behind me. What are those costumes doing there? What costumes? I looked at the wall behind me. Those. Why are they hanging there? They should be in the dressing room. The actors need them. And like that, he collapsed backward onto the bed. I rushed over to him, but he was gone again. I turned and stared at the wall. What was he looking at? What made him think there were costumes there? I held his hand and I stared at the empty wall, willing him to channel his vision to me through his hand. I sat on the chair again, listening to his breathing, soft at first, then deep and hard. Costumes. The actors needed costumes. We all need costumes. At this point in my life, I've worn so many that sometimes I forget who I am. But at this moment, I'm Frigg, fighting back, reworking his fate to alter his destiny. I will not sit quietly in this room. I will work whatever power I have to bring him back, to wake him from this unnatural slumber, stronger, more determined. I may not have seen his vision, but I know his fate, and he will be strong. He will be happy and vibrant, and he will be alive. A wannabe doctor comes into the room, and I return to the present, to be ready. The wannabe questions his strength, his ability to withstand the journey he's on. He's weak, he tells me. He's not strong enough for what lies ahead. I quickly change costumes and become Artemis, rising to protect my beloved. How dare you speak like that in front of him? Do you even know him, his strength, his love of life? How can you stand there in your role as his lifesaver and announce that he is not strong enough? If you can't provide support, encouragement, or belief in his resilience, get out. I don't care who you are, get the hell out and don't ever come back. But I'm scared. If this person sees him as weak, who else believes that? No, he is not weak. He can make this journey. He will get to the other side. Listen to me. My voice begins as a whisper. Wake up. Wake up now. You've had some rest. Now it's time to fight. My voice gets louder. You can do this. Wake up and fight. Wake up. Wake up and fight for me, for us, for you. I start playing music, but it's not the relaxing, meditative songs from before. I play fight songs, so Rocky theme music, anything I could get my hands on, and I raise the volume, bring it to him, and change costumes once again. This time I'm Isis. I must bring him back. Get up and fight. You can do this. And my beloved stirs, groggy but focused. He awakens and our eyes lock. I'm pouring my heart, my love, all of my energy into him. I take both his hands in mine and pull him up to a sitting position. Look at me. We must fight this. We must beat it back. I see the fogginess in his eyes slowly start to dissipate. I see his soul return to his body. I see his connection return to me. I see the pools of gray become blue again, become life again. I know we have much more ahead, but this is the dew of a new morning. This is the sign of what lies ahead. I feel strong and I'm ready to be a wife again. It's a wonderful skin that I feel comfortable in.